All right, whenever you want. It's ready.
Good. What are we calling this?
Guten Morgen,
Good.
Toastlings. We are here to bring you a
Welcome to Aliens on Toast.
podcast.
Welcome to the podcast. Hey everyone, welcome back to this still untitled thing that we have.
This is actually only a test show,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
We don't know if we're gonna keep doing this one. See
It's-
how it
yeah.
feels and see how it goes.
We like, expanding our horizons. It's,
From the same room of the house.
Yeah, just everything else is recorded from. Okay. Well, we quite recently, played Chiku
Oh yeah.
and played for the title of Nug Lord, or King of the Nugs, as affectionately known. And
King under the Nugton.
Can you imagine a nug mountain? Just a single giant nugget
You can get to the top and like slide down on the
sliding
grease.
down on the grease. So yeah, we recently played for King of the Nugs. But I'm not sure. I can't remember if we have clearly established our ingrained love of the nug.
We love the nuggets.
Like, we probably mentioned it a few times that we eat nuggets, not regularly, but a lot.
A lot of
Probably way more than is naturally healthy.
nuggets.
I'm pretty sure my kidneys and liver are like, stop,
Help.
please, don't do that no more. But, like,
We've had some bad ones.
yeah.
We've had a mixed bag of nugs, as you might call it.
Oh man, look, okay, so we had some from the city the other week that were, well, they were kings in their own right. Kings of filth, I would say. Because most nuggets have kind of like a nuggety shape. They almost look like Australia. They've got like nugget shape
Yeah.
to them, which I don't know who came up with that shape. Like, who thought that looks like a bit of chicken?
The Santa boot.
Yeah, like whatever
Nug.
shape it is. Anyway, these were like, the only shape I can kind of think of is like, have you ever kind of had snot in your nose and you've kind of
Never.
sniffed and then maybe coughed a little bit and just a big nugget of snot's like flown out of your nose, and it's not quite like a singular bowl.
What a
it's like little
description.
traily bits.
Yeah.
That's what I felt these things were, just crumbed that.
Yeah.
They were not tasty.
They weren't tasty, that's for sure.
To crap.
And they had some kind of seasoning on them. You remember that?
I couldn't even taste the seasoning. It was just carbon.
I had some seasoning on mine. It wasn't good.
It was unseasoningly seasoned. Ugh.
Yeah, well, and then the ones we had tonight were
They were like,
much better though.
they were much better, but
Dry.
they were still dry as hell. It was like eating a desert. A tasty nug desert.
Still tasty.
Eating them for miles. Water, water, pass the water.
Yeah, no, they were certainly not the best. But I wonder,
Mm-hmm.
see, because this has got me thinking, really, how complicated is the process to make a nugget?
Well, I believe you mince down all the bits of, well, a chicken or, well, I guess who knows, the meat that isn't used in everything else. And, like skin and cartilage and bone and all the things we'd consider waste. It then gets, like, mulched up, bleached to hell so that it kills all the bacteria that's in it.
Yeah.
Then it gets recolored pink. Then it gets formed into little nugget packages and shipped off.
Okay, but that process is probably very streamlined. Like, it probably
Oh,
always
yeah.
produces the same
Yeah.
brackets quality, product.
The same
We're used to
salmonella
having.
infused chicken lumps.
So at what point does the nugget go from being that little pasty, artificially colored pink
Yeah.
blob to the very varied degree of different kinds of nuggets we've had? Is it at the point of the fryer?
Is it the cook's fault?
Is it,
Or is it the manufacturer? No, I get you.
and then at the same point,
Mhm.
do they, like, what can go wrong with a fryer? What is the few things that can go wrong? They forgot to put oil in there. That can be one thing.
If you are a fryer and you forgot to put oil in, you're not going to be having much of a kitchen left. You'll have a small grease-stained explosion where the fryer was once.
So that can happen.
So option
I
number
think
one,
we agreed that can happen.
cooked in an explosion.
Number two, it wasn't the right temperature.
Yep.
which leads me to another question, but I'll get to that later.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, they did it for too long or too short.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, they didn't clean the greasy stuff out
Yeah,
or whatever.
it's
They
like-
didn't clean the oil.
Our nugget was not actually only our nugget, but the leftover bits and pieces from everyone else's meal that day.
So it goes from a bits and pieces to a further more bits and pieces.
Less and less chicken nug as the day goes on.
So those are the things that can happen. So what do you think? All right, let's play a game. The last one we had at the city,
Mhm.
which was the definitely by far the worst nugget I've ever had.
Yeah.
Ever. What do you think it was out of those options? What do you think caused that?
To be honest, I think it was option X, which is they had homemade nuggets. And someone thought, hey, look, the chicken nugget's all right. I mean, look at this thing. You can't improve perfection, but we can modify it.
You know,
We have the technology. We can recreate the nug.
Sally
all-
just like goes to the fridge and opens up her lunchbox and there's like KFC nuggets in there and
Yeah.
she's like, where the fuck are my homemade nuggets? And upstairs there's some disgruntled customers just talking about the nuggets and why they're so weird.
Or someone's like, has anyone seen my pet mouse?
I thought we had a rat problem. Had.
Oh, man.
Okay, so the other question I had is, surely there's just a process and a timer on the
Oh,
the
definitely.
thing, right? So you just go like flick it like your oven timer,
Mhm.
dip the basket in.
Yep.
That's called a basket.
That's a
And
technical term.
that is the testicle term. That's the testicle term. A basket. And
We're going to fry these. Put them in the testicles.
and you know, then it would ring a ding ding when it's done. Right?
Yep,
So you'd whip that baby out. So I reckon here's what I think.
Mhm.
They didn't flick the timer, so it didn't ring a ding ding.
Yeah.
And then
Yep.
they just pulled it out and went, holy shit. If we don't serve these, the Hungry Jack's Ltd Corp has lost 0.3 cents and we just can't have that.
And
So they served it to us and hoped we wouldn't notice because we weren't nuggaseurs. But in fact, they gave it to the two biggest
Like-
fans of nuggets in the world.
They're like, these scrubs won't recognize this burnt piece of crumbs.
Surely they don't play video games for the title of Nugget Lord, Nugget King.
That's just a nug scrub. Scrub it.
Scrug it.
Oh, man. Mistake on their part.
Totally.
Because little did they know.
We're exposing it to the world. All
Yeah.
our listeners will
Yeah,
know.
all 4 of them. They'll never shop at that particular
Hey,
store
man,
again.
You just burned us harder than those nuggets.
I don't know, they were pretty bad. See, like, but what really gets me is, like, I bit into half of one. I kind of, like, severed it right down the middle.
Yeah.
And I couldn't see any meat. It was just crumbage. It was just the goddamn,
They're
like,
also really thin,
batter.
like famished.
yeah.
Famished
They're like the
nugs.
size of my thumb, where a regular nugget is like half the size of my palm. It's got almost as much grease.
Almost.
Almost. It's just, they just weren't good nugs.
Yeah.
They were so bad, we spent 10 minutes talking about
We've
how
just
bad
delivered
they
a
were.
speech of nuggets.
Free speech for nuggets. Oh,
That's what
God.
was on my mind today, so I'm glad we spoke about that.
Yep, yep.
And that's the kind of shit you're going to be listening to if you keep clicking on these videos. What have we spoken about so far?
So, in the previous episodes, we've spoken about phone conversations
And emailing,
and emailing, all very riveting topics. And now we're talking about nuggets.
which is very related to what
So
we do.
basically, we're reaching out to all audiences, all walks of life.
Tomorrow,
Tune in next time for denture cream and maintenance.
and then after that, that Nigerian prince that wants to give you $1 million.
His name's John. He's my friend.
Nigeria. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh well.
Well, thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Oh my god.